Our whole universe was in a hot, dense state that nearly 14 billion years ago expansion started. Wait.
Chemistry can be defined as the science that deals with the materials of the universe and the change that these materials undergo. The scientific method is the process that lies at the center of scientific inquiry and is divided in these steps. Observations. They can be qualitative, that does not involve numbers, or quantitative, that is called a measurement and involve numbers. Formulate hypothesis. Hypothesis is a possible explanation for the observation. Perform experiment. An experiment is something that we do to test the hypothesis. Then, if the hypothesis is correct, we made a theory that is a set of tested hypotheses, and that makes a law that is a summary of observed behavior. The factor is a ratio of the two parts of the statement that relates the two units. A mixture can be defined as something that has variable composition, for example wood or wine. A pure substance will always have the same composition and are either elements or compounds. And a compound is a substance that is composed of the atoms of two or more elements and always contain exactly the same relative masses of those elements. An element is a substance that cannot be decomposed into simpler substances by chemical or physical means. An ion is an atom or a group of atoms that has a net positive or negative charge. A cation is a positive ion and an anion is a negative ion. An atom is the fundamental unit of which elements are composed. A molecule is an electrically neutral group of two or more atoms held together by chemical bonds. The families of the periodic tables are alkali metals, alkaline earth metals, transition metals, metalloids, nonmetals, halogens, noble gases, lanthanides, and actinides. In type 1 compounds, the metal presents only one type of cation and its rules are: Number 1, cation is always first and the anion second. Number 2, a simple cation takes the name of the element and the simple cation takes the root of the element by adding the prefix "ide". The type 2 metal present can form two or more cations that have different charge, and the rules for naming are: Number 1, the cation is always first and the anion second. Number 2, because the cation can assume more than one charge, the charge is specified by a Roman numeral in parentheses. In type 3, the first element in the formula is named first and the full element name is used. The second element is named as though it were an anion. Prefixes are used to denote the numbers of atoms present, but the prefix mono is never used for naming the first element. Polyatomic ions are charged entities composed of several atoms bound together. In the first name, they are always elements from group 1 to aluminium, silver, and zinc. That is cation plus polyatomic anion, for example, ammonium nitrate. Ernest Rutherford made a foil with 8 particles and were able to show that the nucleus of the atom is composed of positively charged particles called protons and neutral particles called neutrons. Bohr constructed a model of the hydrogen atom with quantized energy levels that agree with the hydrogen emission results. Gay Thomson showed in the late 1890 that the atom of any element can be made to emit tiny negative particles. Thus he had concluded that negative particles are now called electrons. The electronic configuration is a distribution of electrons of an atom or molecule in atomic or molecular orbital. For example, the electronic configuration of the neon atom is 1 2s, 2s2, 2p6. And we can obtain the orbital diagram, valence electrons, charge, group, block, and the period. Molecular structures. These represent the arrangement of the valence electrons in a molecule and refers to the three-dimensional arrangement of the atom in a molecule. The Lewis structure is a representation of a molecule that shows how the valence electrons are arranged among the atoms in the molecules.